Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video, we are going to install Microsoft's PromptWizard. Microsoft PromptWizard is a task-aware, agent-driven prompt optimization framework that is a discrete framework that uses a self-evolving mechanism where the LLM itself generates, critiques, and refines its own prompts and examples. It continuously improves through iterative feedback and synthesis. This self adaptive approach ensures holistic optimization by evolving both the instructions and in context learning examples for better task performance. If you look at this diagram, it gives you a better understanding of this framework. There are three key components of it which you need to understand. First and foremost, we have feedback driven refinement where LLM is generating and refining its own prompts. Then we have synthesize step where LLM is generating synthetic examples that are robust, diverse, and task aware. Third and final, it can also use self-generated chain of thought with combination of positive, negative, and synthetic example, which means that it could be a preference optimized one. So we are going to install it in our Google Colab. You can use even your own local system if you want, because behind the scene it uses API based models, which means that because it is from Microsoft, so normally and naturally it uses either Azure subscription or OpenAI's model. I'm going to use OpenAI's model with it. And of course, for that, you would need to go to platform.openai.com and grab your API key from there. That is a paid option. So let me take you to my Google Colab where I will be first cloning the repo of PromptWizard. So let's clone it. This is going to take few seconds. And then let's cd into that. And we have cd'd into that. Next up, we need to install all the prerequisites from the root of the repo. This is going to take 30 to 40 seconds. It installs a lot of stuff, including, I believe, OpenAI and stuff. Okay, in their repo, thankfully, they have shared some of the scenarios. So I'm going to be using them. I would highly suggest that even if you are trying to use it for your own purpose, you take guidance from these demos and scenarios, because they have arranged them quite nicely. And if you try to use it somewhat differently, you won't get that optimized performance in my experience. It doesn't mean that you can't change it as per your own use case. You certainly can. What I'm saying is that it is better to use their functions which they have supplied and change them as per your use case, and I will show you shortly. Okay, so first up, let's import all the libraries which we have just installed, which include dataset, PromptWizard. It already has been installed here. So let me import it. And even before you import it, there is one more thing I would highly suggest that you do. In fact, two things. First is that make sure that you have your OpenAI's API key. I already have it and I have set it as a secret in this Colab, so I'm just going to enable it. Secondly, go to the folders on the left hand side, and here you will see that we have this PromptWizard. Go there and then go to demos, and then you will see scenarios here. There is a .env file, double click on it and it will open it on the very right hand side. Now if you have because we will be using OpenAI's API key, so I'm just going to make it true, and then let me set my API key and my model name. I'm just going to use GPT-4 here. So I'm going to set these values and then I will save it and exit from there. So my key is set in that .env file and I have imported all of these libraries. Next up, let's define this small YAML function which will contain some of the examples. If you want the prompt to be generated from the examples, this is a function which I was talking about that Microsoft has shared in this and which you can readily use. You don't even have to change this. And more importantly, for prompt synthesis, they have shared some of the configuration in that configs directory. So if again you go to the folder icon on the left, and then in the prompt wizard you see that where we have these demos and then scenarios and then configs. You see there is some, and I'll just make expand it. So these are some of the stuff. For example, this is a prompt opt config which contains again some of the examples which you can readily use, and then some of the configuration, that how many iterations do you need and all that stuff. Similarly, we have this prompt library where there are some system prompts and then their templates for generation, and then there is some setup config where again we have some directory information and then what exactly and what sort of experiments we are running. And you see that this is a model, the default one which is being used, and then this is a GSM 8K which is experiment name that is being used. So for example, for our one we are using the mathematics example, and that is why they have mentioned GSM 8K here. GSM 8K is a benchmark dataset for mathematical reasoning and formal reasoning in natural language processing. There are around 8,000 math problems presented as natural language statements in this GSM 8K, and that is why it is being used. Okay, so now you know what exactly the config is happening here. I'm just going to close everything and let me run this one. Okay, everything is now set. Now let me show you how you can optimize the prompt with the help of PromptWizard. In the first example which I am going to show you now, we are assuming that we have no training data, but we also don't want any example in the final prompt. So let's set the configuration to generate different variations or mutations of the prompt. So the prompt here is, you are a mathematics expert. You will be given a mathematic problem which you need to solve. Because we are using the GSM 8K, you can change it according to your use case. And then the base instruction is, let's think step by step. Mutation rounds 5, so we want to create 5 variations of it. You can go to 3, 2, whatever you like. And then this is a YAML file we are using, and this YAML file is being used through this function. So let me run it. So it's done. It's very simple. We specified the YAML file in first line and then we uploaded it accordingly, or basically we gave visibility to this code for that YAML file. Next up, what we are going to do, we are going to create an object for calling prompt optimization and inference functionalities, and we are simply providing all the configuration which I showed you earlier. And then we are not using any data set, we are not using any sort of data processing here. So let me run this one, and there you go, it has given us some setup configuration parameters and prompt optimizations. Okay, next up, let's call that, and we are going to generate those 5 mutations of the prompt. And there you go, you can see that it is generating those mutations. If I scroll up, so it is doing the iteration. This is the first one, creating the prompt. This is the first prompt, and then it is going. And so what this is doing, it is self-thinking. It is generating the prompts by itself, and that is the beauty of it. There you go, you see it is improving the prompts and also checking. Let's list potential solutions and apply them one by one to see if we make progress. This looks really similar to QWQ from Coin, by the way. Looks really good. There you go, you see how good is that. And then optimization is finished, and then these are the variations it has generated. This was the expert profile, and then this was the prompt. There is another one smaller, so this is different from the other one, and variation 3 is different. Variation 4 looks really good, and then it is also providing some of the reasoning. There you go, and then you can select whatever you think is the best. Normally I go with the first one because normally it's not hard and fast, but looks really good. And then one thing I really like about it is that the reasoning, because it also tells you what sort of keyword or keywords it has used for reasoning to select that prompt, and you can tailor or you can target your prompt, or you can target the selection of your prompt as per these keywords. So pretty good tool, I would say. As I said, I will drop the link to it in video's description. Play around with it. I will also give you the link to that notebook. You can readily use it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.